Hi my friends! The film opens with an extremely dangerous prisoner named Cain in a police car with his hands cuffed. He is accompanied by numerous guards because of his danger. They take him to the hospital to see his mother before she passes away. But the doctor says it's too late and the prisoner's mother has already passed away. This makes Cain very upset and angry, so he hits every guard and flees. He heads to a bar and also hits the guard at the door and forces his way into the bar, where he asks for a drink and overhears gang chat. One of the gang members informs them the story about their friend Sam's murder. Then the gang member continues his speech. He says that he was with Sam selling bad weeds and that someone was watching them. Sam paid attention to that person and tried to hit him, but that person cut off Sam's hand. Cain laughs hard and interrupts the gang talk. They ask him, "Who are you?" And Cain responds that he is invited by William, the owner of the bar. And here they all shut up, and the gang member continues his talk and claims that he and Sam kept following that person and chasing him. Cain interrupts him again and tells him, "You are a liar and none of you run, but on the contrary, you all stayed behind." And the gang was growing increasingly irritated with him. Nonetheless, he tells them the truth and confessing that he killed Sam, which surprised them all. Then he asks Lisa for free drinks for everyone, but Lisa completely ignores him, doesn't give him anything. And Cain gets shocked and asks her, "Don't you see the weapon?" And Lisa responds to him, "I'm not afraid of you, and this is not the first time I've seen a gun." The bar guards rush in and attempt to beat Cain, but he slaps them all, threatens them, stops them all from moving, shouts, and demands to see William. At the same time, Harley, the man in the suit, emerges and Cain also threatens him. Harley informs everyone that Cain is the gang leader's young brother, and all of them were collaborating before to Cain's imprisonment 5 years ago. Harley is taken aback by Cain's resemblance to the criminals, but Cain brushes him off, and an attacker tries to harm Cain. However, Cain shoots a bullet into his foot, causing the man to scream in agony. Cain then beats the man until he stops screaming. Next, he brings a bowl full of water and tells everyone to put their phones in it. After that, he hands them a black bag containing their friend Sam's hand, which shocks them greatly when they see it. Harley then approaches him and asks him why he has changed, telling him that prison has made him a monster. Cain responds, "No, not the prison, but it was you and my brother who transformed me into a monster." Harley calls William to come, as ordered by Cain. Then Cain informs them about his experience in prison and the reason behind his recent turnaround. We travel back in time to the time when Cain visited his brother William and sees him with some of her friends. Everyone is yelled at Cain since he lost a lot of Nestle weeds. Cain asks his brother to talk to him in private, but William refuses, telling him to speak in front of everyone. And Cain asks his brother for money because he desperately needs this money for the work, and explains to him about that work and that it will be very useful to them. And Cain insists to taking the money from William. William gives in, but only after he asks him to meet Harley and completes a few tasks for him. In fact, Cain meets with Harley, and after showing him a photograph of a woman, Harley commands him to take her purse, which Cain does, but he was immediately caught by the police and put him in Palmar's jail. It's a dangerous criminal prison. On his first day there, he got into a fight with some violent people. Cain is very strong, but they were more number than him, so they caught him and broke his teeth, and the doctor gave him metal teeth. And Cain is happy because his shape had become scary. And the next day his mother visits him and checks on his situation and says that his brother William declined to come with her, and she's very surprised because of that. But he asks her to tell his brother to come to visit him because it's very important that he talk to him. And we then see Cain practicing constantly because his life is full of problems and quarrels. He gets seriously injured in one of the bouts when someone stabs him in the face, leaving him with a large scar that makes him like a monster. And due to his misbehavior, the judge gives him an extra year, but because he is a victim, Cain very irate, but the judge ignores him. Cain's turbulent life continues. Everyone wants to murder him, and gets into battles with him. In a fit of rage, Cain demands to know why they act this way, and one of them responds, "Your brother gave us $20,000 to kill you." Cain is very shocked, and then in one of the fights, one of the prisoners comes and throws a very dangerous chemicals on Cain's face and burns him, and the judge adds 2 more years to his prison sentence. After becoming enraged, Cain makes the decision to inform his mother about his brother. Upon her visit, his mother informs him that she has cancer and that William looks after her. And here, Cain is completely silent and does not tell his mother anything, and all he wants is for her health to hold up. We return to the bar. Cain poses a threat to Harley. Additionally, he informs him when he orders him to pilfer a purse from a woman following his arrest by the police for that reason. The officer asks him to confess about the crimes of his brother William in order to have his prison sentence lowered, but Cain never does. Because of that officer tortures him a lot and beats him hard to make him confess, but nevertheless, Cain remains completely silent and does not tell him anything. Then, when we return to the bar, we see that William has arrived. Cain asks him if he paid the criminals in prison to kill him, and William says, "I did it, so that you don't confess about my crimes." However, Cain tells him that the officer lied to you and deceived you. You should have believed me instead of the officer. He adds, "After I got out of the prison, I went to that officer's house and killed him, and because of you, I couldn't see my mom for the last time." Harley says, "Not us, but you are accountable for all has occurred to you." Here, he was murdering Harley and threatening everyone. After that, he tells his brother William, "I went to the accountant's house, who oversees your work, and threatened him, forcing him to send all the money in your account to my account." William is shocked and doesn't believe him, but Cain showing him the mobile phone to prove it, and assures him that the money will go to the victims' families. All but William are allowed to depart by Cain, and during that time, Lisa the bartender strikes Cain on his head with a bottle, and they all attack him. Cain fights every one of them, despite their number, and one of the gang members goes during that, and return holding an automatic machine gun. However, Cain assaults him and seizes the machine gun, and murders everyone before sitting down with William and telling him, "I took everything from you, your men, and your money." He keeps talking until William pulls a gun and shoots him, but the gun is empty, and Cain laughs at him. Then William takes a knife and attacks him. However, Cain's strength and experience allows him to take the knife and kills William. He then apologizes to Lisa for the chaos and leaves the bar silently. He then sits outside and smiles after he got his right and taken revenge on everyone. And that's where the movie ends. Please press like and subscribe to the channel to get new movie recaps. Miss Bombastic was with you. Goodbye my friends, with my love.